you're starting to change the direction of how your sexual energy flows and expresses. You're giving it something to be expressed through. You're giving it something to pull you to be bonded with, right? Instead of just unconsciously sending it out all over the place to the world around you, you're directing it to where you actually want it to go. And again, this can be absolutely anything. Hey, what's up guys? I'm Jonathan White. I'm here to help you master your sexual energy so you can manifest your ideal life. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to stay notified when I release new videos and go live. Make sure you get my free ejaculation control course through the link in the video description below. So in this video, I'm going to talk about channeling sexual energy into your life. And I'm going to give you a technique to actually do this as well towards the end of the video. Your sexual energy is one of the greatest resources you have for mobilizing yourself, mobilizing your creativity, bringing more abundance into your life, creating more action in your life, improving your focus, your productivity, your ambition, your willpower. So many aspects of your life can be improved by properly channeling your sexual energy into it. So from my experience, the main key to really living a life of flow, living a life of success and abundance and creativity is to keep your sexual energy flowing and to direct it where you want it to go. So for men, our sexual energy is pretty scattered, right? Through a lifetime of programming it to be this way because we never really learned how to actually harness our sexual energy, how to concentrate it, how to focus it properly so that we could actually get the most benefit from it, use it to invest in other areas of our growth, right? We only learned how to have a impulsive and often guilt and shameful driven relationship to our sexual energy. You know, men throughout the course of the day, they're often projecting their sexual energy onto the women around them. They're projecting it off through fantasy. They're looking at porn, just scattering this energy all over the place. Of course, you know, excessively ejaculating as well, just wasting this energy. And the other thing that really disconnects men from their sexual power is just trying to suppress their sex drive because they feel guilty about it. They feel shameful about it. They feel like there's something wrong with having sexual desire, right? And sexual pleasure. And so they try to force it out of their life. Like, okay, I'm just gonna go celibate, no more sex, I'm not gonna think about it, but it doesn't really work for anyone, right? When you try to just suppress the sexual energy unconsciously, you really create a monster with it. It grows in your subconscious mind, this like primal driving force, this lust starts to grow, and it's a shadow of your being because you're not really giving it attention, you're not working with it. It becomes this very unconscious pattern. Then as soon as you lose your grip on it, it takes control of you and it drives you to, you know, watch porn, to have secretive and shameful masturbation habits, which you feel guilty about afterwards. So basically being fully conscious about your sexual energy, working with it very directly and being very aware of how you're managing your sexual energy. And that doesn't even necessarily mean in a sexual way. Like it's not necessarily about how you're having sex. Yes, that's definitely a part of it, but it's about where are you focusing this energy? Is it controlling you or are you guiding this energy into the areas of your life that you want it to go in? Or are you just unconsciously projecting it to people around you, sending it to porn, sending it to fantasy, etc., right? So let's get into how we actually do this, right? So working with sexual energy, it's complex, right? There's a lot of layers to it. We all have different degrees of trauma, blockages around how we feel sexual energy moving in our bodies, how we express it. And so there's a lot to this work. So don't expect to, you know, change all these sexual habits you've had from your entire lifetime because you watched one video, right? But the key is regular training in learning to start controlling your sexual energy. And that's really what the sexual kung fu system is all about. It's a systematic training of your body, your mind, noticing where your thoughts are, noticing how energy is flowing in your body, noticing what you're focusing on, where you're sending your energy. When you start to manage all of these things, then it actually becomes pretty easy to start controlling your sexual energy, but there's definitely some foundations there. So sexual kung fu training is essential, right? So I definitely recommend going through my sexual kung fu exercise playlist. So you start learning some practices to gain consciousness of your sexual energy and how you can move it through your body. So I'm gonna get into a very simple practice which will help you to channel your sexual energy into anything really, right? There's all kinds of applications for this practice. The idea is that whatever you're already doing in your life, once you start to put your sexual energy into it, it starts to amplify and increase the output of energy that you're putting into that specific task or that aspect of your life, right? So this is a specific internal energy practice. I call this the mobilizing breath. It's important to understand that with these energy practices, it's not really about the breath. Breath is just a tool in the beginning to learn how to move energy in the body. It helps you focus within the body and kind of synchronize the movements of energy with your breath. But eventually you can go beyond. People often become obsessed about, but I heard you're supposed to do that when you exhale, not when you inhale. You know, this other system said this. So it's important to understand that the breath is just kind of a training tool when you're working with internal energy like this, and eventually you'll move beyond it. So don't get too obsessed about the actual breathing cycle. It's more the intention, the way your mind is moving the energy. That's the most important part of this practice. So basically what you're going to do is as you inhale, you're going to sweep your awareness down the front of your body, down the front channel, and into your sexual center, into your balls and your cock. You're going to guide your awareness there as you inhale. It's like you're bringing energy down into your sexual center, into your genitals. And then as you exhale, you're going to send that sexual energy somewhere, right? The context of what you're working with determines where you're going to send the sexual energy. I'll give you some examples. If you're working on a business, if you're trying to build your business, grow a business, whatever, you inhale into your genitals and then exhale, maybe open your arms and just imagine your sexual energy is flowing into your business. See it growing, see it expanding, seeing it develop in a harmonious way, right? So you're intending that you're connecting your sexual energy with your business that you're doing and seeing that grow, right? And that may seem a bit abstract to some people, but to make it a bit more practical, you can simply channel it into whatever task you're doing at any given time. So for example, I'm a musician, I play guitar a lot, right? So what I like to do is as I inhale, maybe before I begin my practice session or I'm just playing, just jamming, to kind of get my sexual energy flowing into it, I'll sit there, I'll have my guitar in my hands, and I'll do this practice. I inhale down the front of the body, inhale into the genitals, and then as I exhale, I sweep my awareness from the genitals out through the arms into the instrument and just feel like I'm activating my creative energy. And so it starts to create this circuit. I'm bringing my awareness down into the genitals and then flowing that sexual energy out of my body into whatever I'm working on. And just notice what happens as you continue with the task you're doing. One other example I will give is if you're working out, right? When you're at the gym, in between sets, when you're taking a break, do this practice. As you inhale, breathe into the genitals. As you exhale, move your energy into the body parts that you're working out, right? You can be doing this while you're lifting weights. So you exhale into your arms, do your reps. And another very practical application is you can use this to amplify your relationship with others. And it doesn't necessarily have to be an intimate relationship. It's important to understand that we're always exchanging sexual energy with the people around us on some level. This is why when you walk into a room, you feel more attracted to some people, not necessarily in a sexual way, right? You just feel more drawn to certain people, and some people you automatically feel repelled by. This is basically your subtle energy body, your higher consciousness scanning the room very quickly and kind of gauging the polarities of the people and saying, I like this, I don't like that. So it's important to understand you're always on some level exchanging energy with those around you, but you can amplify this process. So if there's someone that you are wanting to be intimately connected with, do this practice. You inhale down to your sexual center, exhale and move your awareness from your genitals into their body. Just continue that process, right? So I'm gonna guide you through a really quick practical way of using this exercise, right? Just a little guided practice of it. So what you're going to do is focus on one thing you wanna channel your sexual energy into, some aspect of your life. Again, your business, your health, your finances, whatever. Pick one thing and we're gonna do a little session, just a few breaths, and send our sexual energy into that. So just take a moment to just calm yourself, get into your body, feel yourself. Do this somewhere where you can be comfortable and relaxed. And now as you inhale, just feel your awareness move from the nostrils as you breathe in down the front of your body into your sexual center, into your genitals. Exhale and just see whatever it is you're sending your sexual energy into. Just focus on sending it into that. Again, inhaling down the front of the body into the genitals. Exhaling your energy into that which you were focused on. Do this a few more times on your own. And then just sit, just relax for a moment. And then you can go about your day. So that's the practice, right? Pretty simple. I recommend doing it for a bit longer than that, but basically what you're doing with this practice is you're starting to change the direction of how your sexual energy flows and expresses. You're giving it something to be expressed through. You're giving it something to pull you to be bonded with, right? Instead of just unconsciously sending it out all over the place to the world around you, you're directing it to where you actually want it to go. And again, this can be absolutely anything. Your imagination is the limit. If you work with this regularly, you may be surprised at the creativity that starts to unlock within yourself, the flow you start to create in your life, and all kinds of changes will happen when you start directing your sexual energy like this. So work with it every day. That's the keys. You must do this regularly. It's not like you do it once and everything's done. You must practice this over and over to really develop the skill of it, right? And you'll get better at it. Thank you for watching this video. If you really put what I've said into practice, then I guarantee you will notice some significant changes in your life. But that's the thing, is you must do the work. This isn't talk. talk alone is not going to do this, right? You must have that daily practice. If you want to learn the method of circulating the sexual energy just within your own body, check out my testicle breathing video. And if you want to go in depth into comprehensive training on mastering your sexual energy, clearing your sexual blocks, learning to move sexual energy through your body and experience full body orgasm, non-ejaculatory orgasms, and have sex for hours, check out my 12-week course, Multi-Orgasmic Man. I'll put more information in the description of this video. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and leave a comment below. What changes have you noticed in your life since you started putting this into practice? Have a great day, my friends.